Esperanza from Soltera Creative, a channel all about art and art things and art stuff. All right, so today I'm going to show you a painting that I did maybe 2 years ago. Yeah, I think it was about 2 years ago during the shutdown. And this one was pretty tough for me to even talk about because I remember looking at myself in the mirror and just starting to cry because I just couldn't stand the person I was looking at. And it wasn't anything to do with like my level of success or the things I did. It was just like my appearance. Like I just felt like the body dysmorphia come over me and overtake my perception of myself. And this is actually pretty vulnerable for me to admit, but the reason I paint myself so frequently is that sometimes when I don't feel beautiful, I capture that moment in order to make myself see how beautiful I am. And something to know about me is that when I decided to paint this, I made sure that I would drop my my chin in there. Usually I do some like exaggerated angle where my jawline is a little bit more pronounced and such, and this one it was just like my whole face. Like I just didn't see myself, and I wanted to express that in a healthy way and a way that I can process those feelings instead of running away. And genuinely, this is probably the first time, like when I did this painting, where I sat with my feelings of myself. So it was pretty tough for me to do. It became a moment where I realized that I was afraid of my own body, and I realized how different I saw myself like day to day versus when I took a picture or when I would paint myself. And I realized that I had to do a transformation and really put in the work on loving myself and loving the body I was born in and just my whole essence and being. And I realized how intense the voices of like that were in my head about putting myself down were. And I really started to unpack like how much I've been holding on to. It felt like I was fighting myself when I would give myself affirmations, because it felt like I was lying to myself and I was almost like condescending. And I had to do it. And like the thing that helped me the most to believe those affirmations were take a picture and paint her, because everything that I do with my hands feels like magic, especially when I capture the essence of someone and portraiture and just really trying to capture the full picture of that person. I really do believe that when I paint something that is worth more than 1,000 words. And when it becomes obvious that I was being really hard on myself, I hang it up. And there's something so profoundly healing about that. It is a means for me to be able to process those feelings through painting, and a way to not only heal, but to discover more about myself and really hold those feelings instead of run away from them. What I like about painting is that it's literally an image and memory frozen in time. And that disgust that I had, or that anger I had of myself, becomes love and admiration. My paintings hold so many stories that I can't define in words. And when I look at myself, when I look at my eyes, I see stories that are passed down from my parents, stories of survival, stories of grief, stories of destruction, stories of creation, and more importantly, stories of love and joy. This is the depth and complexity that I want to create through my paintings and my work. And I always see myself as holding power. And when I capture this moment in time, I just remember that the girl in the mirror is not a grotesque figure, and that her body carries cycles of the sun and the moon with grace and poise, and she is the one creating the next chapter. And I'll leave it like that. If you'd like to hear more stories or would like to see more paintings, follow, subscribe, and make sure to leave us a comment. And I'll see you next time.